Hello once again. Welcome football lovers to Footy Week Podcast, episode 12. My name is Ahis Anthony and I'm here with my fellow football podcaster on Footy Week. COVID-19 doesn't seem to want to go away, but football is still here and we'll still talk about football because we love football. So let me cue my fellow podcaster in. You can introduce yourself.
Hi guys, this is Samia. It's good to be back here again this week. Hope you guys have been staying at home and staying safe.
Yes, we all have been staying safe and we all need to stay safe in order to beat this COVID-19, coronavirus as they call it. Harry Kane is talking. UEFA president as well is talking. Ex-footballers too are talking. Rio Ferdinand. Should we call this season null and void? Should we cancel the season if this COVID-19 or coronavirus pandemic continues to linger? Should the season be cut off? Is that fair on Liverpool? We've talked about this in our previous podcast. We've said, hey, hand over the trophy or hand over the league to Liverpool. But would that be fair to other guys as well? The FA during the week cancelled other lower divisions. I think there's 7 pyramids from pyramid 3 to 7 downwards has been called null and void. They've left the Championship and the Premier League. So some people are saying, hey, is that a precursor to what will happen or what might happen to the Premier League? But we're here to discuss updates. We're not here to discuss Premier League review, just updates on what is going on in football around the world amidst this coronavirus pandemic. But we're just here alone, myself and Samiat. Chibuzo went away, don't know what happened. Babatunde will join us next week. Udoka has been on his mission, has decided not to come on the podcast, but the podcast will still go on. They're still part of us, even though if we miss them, the podcast still has to go on. So myself and Samiat will have to deal. We just have to deal with today's topic. So just updates on what's going on around the football world amidst this coronavirus pandemic. So you can take it up from there.
It's really, I think from Liverpool's point of view, it's really not fair for the league to be cancelled. But I think the FA should just come up with a tentative date that if this whole coronavirus issue is not done till then, maybe then they can say they want to cancel or they want to hand over the trophy to Liverpool. I think they have enough points for them to have that trophy already. I think they do. And if it's just to organize the one or two games behind closed doors, then round it up, it will be easier to close the other lower division leagues. Those will be easier. But the Premiership, the TV rights, a lot has been put into it. People have worked so hard so far to get it to the stage it is now. Cancelling everything, I don't support the idea. I think they should just fix a date and work with it. And if it doesn't go, then maybe just play a few games behind closed doors and just round it up.
Yeah, a lot has been muted concerning what might happen. But Harry Kane spoke that, hey, if this thing continues, yes, we know the league has been suspended up until 30th of April. But what if coronavirus don't go away? What if coronavirus pandemic still lingers on? I think what he said was it has to get to a point where enough is enough. Probably the limit for him is the end of June. If as of June 30th, this coronavirus pandemic is still hitting countries, still hitting the entire world, crumbling a lot of things. On his own perspective, his opinion, that's Harry Kane. He says he thinks the league should be cut off.
Yeah, I think June 30th is a fair date. It still gives everybody enough time because we don't really know what coronavirus is just playing with us. We don't really know, and June 30th seems fair. I think it's a valid opinion. I hope we don't have to wait that long, but we can only wait.
Yes, we can only wait because what he said was, quoting Hurricane, playing into July or August and pushing
Okay.
next season back. I don't see too much benefit
Mm-hmm.
in that. Obviously, I don't know too much about behind the scenes and financially. If the season is not completed by the end of June, we need to look at the options and
Yes.
just look forward to next season. That's Kane's comment.
Mm.
First,
Everybody cut their loss and we move on there.
yeah, so that still brings back the issue of having not crowning Liverpool's champions. Granted, they've worked so hard, they've put in their best, did everything, 25 points ahead of the next team in the second position. And are you now telling me if at the end of June we just everybody cut their losses, go home, say kumbaya, shake hands, and that's all? Nothing. Liverpool goes home with nothing.
It's really not fair. Really not fair, but with everything that is happening now, nothing seems fair right now. But what I'm curious about is how will everything work? How will the relegated teams be chosen? How will the Champions League team? Will everything just remain as it is and we just move on from there? Because I don't really know how all of that will work.
See, like I said, I mentioned previous podcast that I don't know, these guys behind the scenes, the FA, the Premier League, they have their work cut out. They have a lot of things, or they have a lot in their hands right now. They have a lot of decision
Yeah.
to make, because I really don't want to be in their shoes right now. If other players, Rio Ferdinand too had his own to say, if players are coming up with the issue of, hey, cut the league, I think they're not being empathetic to Liverpool, or they're not trying to see themselves. Imagine if they were to be the team that played so efficiently, played so well Liverpool has done this season with 25 points difference. Will they be okay with someone else saying, hey, call the league null and void and let's start a new season? I'm sure they will not be happy. Rio Ferdinand, when he was a player, he won the Premier League a couple of times, like 5 titles with Manchester United.
Yeah.
So I think if he were to be a player that has played for Liverpool, has not won the title for a number of years, will he be beating his chest and say, hey, cut the league or call the league null and void and let's move on? I'm sure Harry Kane too. I'm not throwing jibes here too. Harry Kane might not know how it feels or what it feels,
Exactly.
because
I'm throwing jobs already.
yeah, because I don't even remember. I don't even remember when last Tottenham in the record books. Do we even know when last? They've not even won the Barclays Premier League since inception in 1992, have
Yeah.
they? So
No, they haven't.
that's why I would not. I'm gonna counter punch him on that, or counter him on that, and say, hey, no, Harry Kane, that's a no. It's not. We shouldn't call the league null and void. What we should be doing is see how, hoping this coronavirus pandemic stops or reduces, we'll find a solution, we'll find a cure. Let's see how we can see out the season. Let's see how the season,
Hopefully,
let's
the FA will get creative and come up with something fair and just to everybody involved. Because canceling everything and just throwing it all out is really, really going to be sad. A lot of effort has been put into this. Financial efforts aside, the players going to training every day, working hard, game after game, and you just come on and say, okay, we're cutting all of this off. It's really, really not fair. The FA have to be very creative about what they are going to do and how they are going to provide a solution to all of this.
Really,
Crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. That is what they should be looking at. I think Harry Kane was trying to echo the thoughts of the UEFA president, Alexander Seferin, saying the current football season could be lost if it cannot be restarted by the end of June. So this is UEFA president speaking, saying, and I'm sure what he's talking about is the Champions League, Europa League, right? He's not talking about the domestic league. So
I think everything comes to play.
yeah, but he is saying
As if the Champions League and the Europa League is halted and called null and void, then we move over to the next season. I don't even know how it's all going to work.
Yeah, so the UEFA presidents said they have there is a plan A, plan B, plan C in place, which are the three options are to start mid-May, middle of May. The plan B is to start in June. The plan C is to start at the end of June. So if those three plans, there's also the possibility of starting again in the beginning of next season, starting the following one later. We will see the best solution for leagues and clubs. So he's saying that if these three plans don't work out, or if these three plans don't fit, then there's an optimum reason for us to lose this current season. This is so sad to football, really.
It's just generally depressing. It's very, very sad.
Because right now, you turn on TV, you want to watch, the regular Saturdays that, there's a match happening this afternoon. Who is playing who? What time? Oh, there's a match starting from 1:30 p.m.
I didn't even realize it was Saturday yesterday.
Yes.
I was doing something and I was asking my niece, what day is it? And she was like, it's Saturday. Like, it's Saturday already? Again? Without football? So sad. Really, really so sad.
It's so crazy because I understand what Hurricane might be trying to say, because this coronavirus has really hit UK. 14,500 confirmed cases, 759 people already dead.
Yeah, there are rumors now that I don't know if it has been verified, but there are rumors now that the Queen has it too.
Oh, we heard about Prince Charles during the week.
Yeah, that has been confirmed, but I don't know about the Queen.
It's not confirmed yet, so let's do. So we shouldn't
just
say what we don't know. And good news, during the week we didn't hear of any professional active footballer contacting the virus. There was no news of such. I think the only news we heard was about ex-footballers, which is the Turkish legend Rüstü is hospitalized right now, having been diagnosed or testing positive for coronavirus. So should we say we're managing it, or the coronavirus pandemic across Europe is being managed well? It was even good during the week was Mikel Arteta's birthday, so he had an interview. He was interviewed. We heard him. He spoke. His back is healthy, and good to know that no Arsenal players as well were tested positive. So I think there is a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, because very soon, very, very soon, we might just get this good news and having our European football back.
I think if everybody just hold on for a little while, everything might just get back to normal. Europe is doing so well. Germany is doing so well. Even Italy now, I think, is getting better. They are getting help from all around. So it's getting better. They are putting in all of their best efforts. Hopefully, we can only be hopeful right now.
Yeah, before we cut across to Europe, let's just stick to the Premier League. So Chelsea forward Pedro is saying players need short preseason after coronavirus. Would there be time for a short preseason? Because
I don't know.
I really don't buy that his idea, man.
It's all going to depend on the FA right now, on what calendar they are bringing in and all of that. Everybody's getting their vacation right now. Everybody should rest right now.
Yeah,
but it's all going to depend on the FA's calendar right now. because everything is just going to be rushed when everything is back.
Yeah, because I understand his own points of view. Players are at home relaxing. Yeah, I know some clubs are taking measures to see how they can monitor players and see how they can tell players to be in touch. And we've even seen on social media platforms players trying to come up with one
Yeah,
challenge or
that's
the
some
other.
challenges.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
even during the week, there was a news about Arsenal sending some bikes to their players, each of all their players, and how they can tend to stay fit and keep training. Yeah, I understand Pedro's point of view because the break. This 4 weeks into it now, 4 weeks. The normal season break is always 12 weeks, I guess. Season ends May, so you have June, July. Season resumes at times first week in August or second week in August. So it's like mid-season break, not mid-season break. Before the new season resumes, you have like a 12 weeks break. So if 4 weeks players have been out without active football, and we're looking at another 4 weeks, so that's like going into 8 weeks. So I think I understand his point of view, but the thing is, I doubt if there will be enough time for you to have a short preseason so that activity you can get fit again. And I'm scared, I'm worried for players because this could impact them as well in such a way that coming back from this break, that is, if this pandemic shuts down totally, like I would always say, coming back to active football, players might get injured. What do you think?
Yeah, there's always that factor because a player that is in form right now before the whole pandemic might just come back and it's just a whole other story. It's going to affect them in different ways. That's a stated fact. It's going to affect each player in different ways. So it's just what it is.
Yeah, because even trying to stay active at home, trying to ensure you will run the treadmill, do your workouts, regular workout, is not same as being on the pitch playing active football.
Yeah.
So we just hope this really don't affect football drastically, because imagine 10 players being injured in a team at the same time. What happens to the entire team? So I think this is real. This is a real pandemic. It's really it has really disrupted a lot of things. Because I understand Pedro's point of view, but I doubt if there will be time. I doubt if there will be that time. And
like I said earlier, the FA has to be really creative with their timetable, the one they will be bringing forward. Now they have to be really creative. There is a lot to be considered, a lot to be put in place.
But the thing is, they cannot satisfy everybody. Just like we mentioned earlier.
I think it's only fair they consider just the major factors, because to have the league back on track, to have everything, you have to ensure the well-being of the players and all of that. Those are key factors. They are very, very much important. So they have to put a lot of this in place.
Yeah, because like what we pointed earlier, imagine if we are to say, okay, let's give the trophy or let's give the title to Liverpool. Liverpool are crown champions. How would they satisfy the third, fourth, fifth position? Because that fifth position is a golden position this season.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, based on the ban being given or being slammed on Manchester City. So what happens to the guys at the relegation? So it's a whole lot of...
Exactly. There's just too much to consider.
Damn, I really feel for them, man.
If they are going to forfeit the season, then they have to get like a group of extremely creative people, because I don't know how they want to. There's just so much to consider, so much to put in place. And people, let's look at it now. Next season, the people that will pay for the TV rights, sponsorship, and all of that, most of them are not working right now. Most of them are, so like it's like going back. Most of the money that will be coming in, it will be there's just so much factors to consider.
Really, yes,
So
many.
much.
For me, I just want to wait. I just want to sit down and I just want to wait until that time. Praying God keep us alive and spare our lives and good health. I just want to see what
Okay.
happens. I just want to see what happens to all these contract situations. Players signed already.
Exactly. That's
Loan.
another.
That's another kettle of
Just
fish entirely.
as in, it's just crazy.
I would really want to see how.
I've been reading some news where a club is interested in a player and all of that. I'm just wondering, okay, maybe showing interest is one thing, but how is all of this going to work? People should just calm down first, because I don't know how all of this is just going to work.
Crazy, man. You know, normally as at this time, we'll be hearing transfer rumors. This player has done this. This player has agreed. He's not penning a new deal. All that has just been put aside and trashed. So interesting, because it seems the new heaven in Europe now seems to be the new heaven of football in Europe now seems to be Belarus, because it seems this coronavirus pandemic didn't stop them or stop the football league from still going on, because Belarus Premier League attracts global attention as it plays on. They are still running their league efficiently. I don't know how they're doing it. Maybe other leagues should take a cue from them, because even while Premier League suspended theirs, Bundesliga, Serie A, League One, you know, they all shut down, but their league still keeps running. Do you have an idea of what they did or what they've done?
I have no clue. They have to share with the world.
Because it's crazy. And imagine, I think people sitting at home now, that's the league that they watch, football fanatics, just to keep body and soul together. Because even down here in Africa, most of the leagues are shut down in Africa. You know, before I would have turned on my TV and watched the South African league, because their football league is attractive. Because that was even pending well before league started shutting down, or as at when Premiership shut down. They haven't shut down, so I watched that weekend's league matches. Even in Africa, you don't get to see any league, but I'm surprised how Belarus have done theirs, because they had a match. They had a match yesterday. Crazy! It was a derby between FC Minsk and Dynamo Minsk. It was watched by capacity 3,000 crowd in Belarus capital. It so happened that the derby was practically the only official football match on earth. They should emphasize that. Damn, crazy.
I think they are the only country in, I'm not sure, but probably one of the very few countries in Europe right now that are not taking this corona measures very seriously, or even serious at all.
Yeah, so there have been 100 cases of coronavirus infection,
yes,
and no deaths. With a population of 9.5 million. Wow.
They have the vaccine. They should just share with us what's happening.
So I'm seeing something crazy here. So while most European countries are quarantining their citizens and shutting borders, the president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, is not worried and has even suggested citizens drink vodka to combat the disease. I'm quoting this from BBC UK Sports website.
He actually said that the most important thing is not panic. So basically, life goes on. This guy is a legend. He's a living legend.
Man, because if the president of a country is saying this, damn, drink vodka to combat the disease.
I think it just comes with the perspective of believers and non-believers. I'm sure there are people in Belarus that are just still staying safe and staying at home, but it's just what it is.
Wow. Seriously, because damn, I'll have to look out for the league during the week or next weekend to see what's up.
Something to keep the soul and body moving.
Vodka to combat coronavirus. That's crazy. So, moving on to better news, because I think to handle this pandemic situation or this coronavirus pandemic, players are deciding to take pay cuts. Like in Juventus, they agreed 4 months pay freeze. Wow. I think that's their own way of saying, okay, we're contributing our quota to see how we can battle this issue.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because it just makes sense.
And just a way of saving the club's money, because
aside from players now, other workers too, they have to be paid.
Yeah.
And the players are taking the largest chunk of the money, so it just really makes sense for them. It's an honorable thing to do.
And Italy is one of the countries that has been badly hit by this pandemic.
Yes. Italy, no, I don't even know how, but they are into deep.
Crazy. Well, German side as well, Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund as well. They also agreed to take pay cuts as well, just to save their club money, which I feel makes sense.
Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense.
Even in the Spanish league as well, Diego Simeone as well decided to take pay cuts to see how they can help their clubs. You know, it's whoever thought about this, whoever saw this coming, beginning of the season, saying as a match, football will be shut down the entire world except Belarus, battling with vodka. Seriously, nobody saw this coming.
Exactly.
Because, like I mentioned last week, in the podcast, because if the league were to be on, would have had like 4 matches to go, and Liverpool would have been crowned champions. Who knows?
Already, exactly.
Possibly Norwich City would have been relegated. Who knows? But like they say, we take it as it comes. We take it as it comes, exactly. Little by little, and we hope.
We don't even have any choice right now.
We just hope, and I hope it gives people like us something to review on our podcast. We just have to be really, really creative. Depending when this whole thing simmers or goes off. So, Do you have any on this day for us? Because last week was when you decided to slag Arsenal. So let's see what you have today. Do you have any on this day?
No, that was just a special one for you. I
okay.
That one specially.
Okay, because you needed to.
It's just something, just something. Okay, I actually have one.
Okay, read it.
No, it's don't worry, you're safe. On this day in 2008, sorry, I'm already in the future right now.
Yeah.
On this day in 2008, Derby County became the first ever Premier League team to be relegated in March.
Wow.
In March.
That's quite. What season? 2008.
Yeah.
Oops. We had some Nigerian players that played for Derby County, or Taribo West. They played for Derby County. Yeah, it's true because no team has. Welcome. True. Can't remember all the records. if for a team to be relegated in March, that means it shows how poor they've been that season.
Well, they have performed that season exactly.
Wow, crazy, man. Okay, so just to round up the podcast, because this coronavirus has really made us not to really enjoy our podcast anymore. But we just have to be creative, like I mentioned. We just have to see how we can, make things happen. Because we're trying to see. It's a pity it's not a full house today. It's just myself and Samiat on the podcast. But we just still have to see how we can do this. Best 11 for 2019-2020 season. So we're seeing how we can pick our best 11 for 2019-2020 season.
Yes.
And the rule is, hey, we don't have to be biased, because I know, yes, we have our team that we support.
Of course, no, most definitely.
But we're doing this based on.
We all have to have a diverse team.
Yes, and you definitely know there will be no Manchester United player on my team of.
I know. I don't even have
let me just scrap that. Yeah, talking about Manchester United, Igalo was voted the best. Igalo's goal against Lask, right, in the Europa League quarterfinal first leg, was voted goal of the month.
Yeah, he won that. And I keep watching the goal and the video. It's just sad. It's just really sad that the fans were not there to actually make the atmosphere, what it's supposed to be. Because that was an excellent goal.
Yes, it was. It was fantastic.
It's just sad that there was no crowd to just share the goal up like, we need Premier League, we need everything back.
But
football without fans is just
on the flip side, would he have been able to score that goal if the fans were there?
What do you mean? Of course, he's a confident striker. Of course, he's capable.
I'm not taking that away from him, but I'm just saying, because this feel, because I've played football to a level. When you have supporters there, there's this pumped feeling you get when you have your fans backing you, cheering you. And imagine if the fans of Lask were there. You could have pumped the defenders to defend well. I'm just saying, just trying to,
I think him scoring that goal in that kind of condition, he actually deserved more credit, because there were no Manchester United fans to cheer him up and all of that. I have to give him more credit for that.
Yeah, good.
It was a fantastic goal.
I was just trying to tease you, because I like teasing you Manchester United fans, But really, kudos. He deserves it. Best goal of the month. He deserves it.
Yeah.
The award, he deserves it. He really, really deserves it. And I think there were rumors as well saying this Chinese club are willing to pay £400,000 per week, give him a new deal. It's
all up to him. I think it's all up to him. We don't know if I'm not sure if Manchester United are willing to extend the contract, because there was no option to extend when they signed him. It was all rushed then. So I think what he has shown us so far, Ole should be able to work something out for him. Then it will be up to him if he wants to stay and if he wants to go.
Okay.
I think he will stay.
Okay, so moving on, let's just round up the podcast. And before we do that, this is FootyWith Podcast, and we're on social media platforms. Our Instagram handle is at FootyWith, and our Twitter handle is at footy_wit. You can also find us on YouTube, FootyWith Analysis. So we'll move straight to your best 11 of 2019-2020 season. Tell us in the formation.
First?
Yes, go first. Tell us in the formation you want to align them. Just the first 11. And we just round up the podcast.
Okay. I have a 4-5-1 formation.
Okay.
And my goalkeeper, let's start with my goalkeeper, of course. Dean Anderson is my goalkeeper this season.
Damn.
Partly because he's a Man U. He's going to return to Man U one day. Hopefully. Yeah, I hope he comes back. And he has been fantastic this season. That aside, he has been fantastic this season.
Yes, he
He
has.
has been amazing. Yes. And my left back, Robertson, Liverpool Robertson. Of course, we can't. The results are there to show. He has been amazing. No caps. He has been amazing. My central backs, Louis Dunk and Van Dijk.
Louis Dunk.
Yeah, Brighton. I like Dunk. I don't know. I just like Dunk, and I feel Dunk with Van Dijk there, give Van Dijk more work to do. So yeah, I like Dunk, and Dunk has been pretty solid too this season. Not the best, but yeah, it's pretty solid. And my right back, Wan-Bissaka, of course. I'm not going to choose Arnold over Wan-Bissaka. Never. Moving on. Moving on to my defensive midfielder. This one has to come home with Fred Ndidi. Has to come home. So I'm picking Ndidi for my defensive midfielder. My central midfielders, I'm going to go with De Bruyne and Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is hardworking. It's just the old Aston Villa not performing very well this season. It's just that, but Grealish has been hardworking and he's potentially coming to Manchester United next season. I don't know how that is going to go, but it's solid. It's pretty solid. And De Bruyne, of course, even though he plays for Manchester City, you cannot hate. Nobody can hate Kelvin. You can. If you are hating Kelvin, you're on your own. De Bruyne is solid. So on my right wing, I'm surprising myself a bit there because I'm a big Mohamed Salah fan with already Salah there. I want to put Traore there, Adama Traore on my right wing. I think he's improved this season. Is the whole of Wolves team? They were pretty solid this season.
Yeah, they have been solid. Yeah,
they have been pretty solid. Yeah, the Mendes, Jota, all of them. The attacking force have been pretty solid. So I'm going to leave Traore there. Then left, I'm going to go with Mane because Mane is amazing, and the results are there to show for it. And drumroll, my striker is going to be no other than Jamie Vardy.
I thought you wanted to pick Igalo.
No, come on, Igalo, and of course I was going to put Bruno Fernandes, but he just got in. Cannot be partial. So Jamie Vardy. So that is my lineup so far.
Okay, so can you just quickly roll it out again.
Okay. Goalkeeper, Dean Anderson. Left back, Robertson. Central back, Louis Dunk and Van Dijk. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. Defensive midfielder, Wilfred Ndidi. Central midfielders, De Bruyne and Jack Grealish. Right wing, Adama Traore. Left wing, Mane. And my striker, my CF is Jamie Vardy. 4-5-1.
Okay, impressive.
Yep. Let's see what you have.
Because really, I'm just going to. I would have argued with you, but like I said, it's just for us to have.
Argue with me.
Maybe next week we'll see. You have your team. Just pen it down. I'll have my team, and let's see what would have happened if you were to put two teams together and let them meet. So starting from the goalkeeper position. All right.
Apparently,
I had Henderson in mind as well, but I just feel hasn't really done that much this season. So.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, I'm not biased. I'm not biased.
Okay.
You know, we said we're not going to be
Okay.
biased concerning the first 11, so we just speak based on performance.
Oh, let's.
Yeah, so Ben Leno,
Okay.
Ben Leno will be my number one goalkeeper. Will be my goalkeeper. He will be my goalkeeper.
Okay.
Ben Leno of Arsenal.
Choice.
I'm doing
Of course.
a formation of four. Hey, relax yourself. Formation of 4-3-3. Ben Leno, my goalkeeper. Starting from the left fullback, give it to Robertson. He's been outstanding this season. I'll give it to Robertson. My central pairing will be Van Dijk. I would have chosen this guy Laporte, but he has been off for a while. So I'll pick this Leicester City defender, the Turkish guy. What's his name again? What's his name? Do you remember his name? Are you there? Okay, so are you there? Okay, the Leicester City defender and my right back, I'll go for I think we're having technical issues.